different contracts, and Tab had different number of hours per month that you could buy. We bought one that we thought was sufficient for us.
Locked-in contract is the way to go.
We have a month-to-month contract.
Lucky for you, this show, I'm just the Wizard of Oz. I just exist omnipresently most of the time.
Long term, but
Steve, on the other hand, whew.
because we want to be with them as a great service provider.
Month-to-month affordability.
We're starting in about 13 seconds.
Computer systems today.
Now, it's shorter breaks for you guys. Sales didn't work that hard for you guys this week.
Rural 4 HELP or visit tabinc.com. Technology business. Tab Computer Systems.
This is WTIC's Computer Talk.
Hey, you guys are going live.
Hosted by Eric Semmel and Dennis Halnon of Tab Computer Systems. Interact with Eric and Dennis by phone at 860-522-9842 or email them in the studio at gethelp@tabinc.com. Get help anytime at computertalkwithtab.com. Now, here are Eric and Dennis on WTIC News Talk 1080.
And good morning. This is Computer Talk with Tab. I'm Eric.
And I'm Dennis.
And we're here at the Holiday Store in Avon. It's sponsored by the Livian team, Sandy Terenzi, and their folks over there. And we're here to take your donations for the Salvation Army and help you with your computer problems, comments, questions, and concerns. And so feel free to stop by. We'll be here till 11 o'clock here in Avon. And if you don't want to come on by, you can easily text your donation to the Salvation Army, which is the easiest way to make your donation as far as I'm concerned. Mm-hmm. Just take your cell phone out, text WTIC to 31333. And then you just fill out the little form, put in whatever your donation is, and the Salvation Army does what they do, helping people in the area. So it's the time of year that we all should be thinking about each other. And you have a moment to do that with the text to give. Feel free to do that with texting WTIC to 31333. And as usual and customary, though, we have news as far as technology goes, Dennis.
We do, and it's in this case, it's not very welcome news.
It's not, but it's not surprising.
Right.
Have you ever been on?
Yeah. The first thing that I thought when I heard of this is, well, sure, of course.
Yeah. Have you ever been on Amazon and just somebody told you it's supposed to offer the lowest price, but you didn't feel like it was the lowest price? Well, there's
a reason for that feeling.
Yeah, there's a reason for that creepy, uneasy feeling. Aside from the little smirk that Jeff Bezos has on its box, there's a study that links Amazon's algorithmic pricing with erratic inflated costs for school districts. Yes, they're ripping off school districts, it looks like. It also routes public funds away from local businesses towards, of course, the overseas ones. So there was a study that was done this month, and it was reported in the American Prospect, and it just illustrates what's happening in the public school systems. Their purchasers assume that the price is the lowest price. So Boulder City, Colorado employee ordered a 12-pack of Sharpie markers on Amazon Business for $8.99. That seems like a deal, huh, Dennis?
Yeah, it seems like a great deal.
On the same day, a Denver public school worker ordered the same markers for $28.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, so this is not a good thing here. So what's happening with the algorithm is just like when you're going on looking for an airplane flight, you just thought you'd take a peek at it. Oh, here's what it is, and you go back and you're like, wait a minute, last seat. Why is it always the last seat, Joey? Always the last seat.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So these algorithms are actually costing school systems. In the case of, they showed a whole thing about repeat orders. 2,500 high-frequency items included Amazon brand copy paper, Elmer's glue, Bic pens, Lysol cleaning wipes, Crayola crayons. In total, the jurisdictions in this study spent $3 million on those items. Ooh. But based on the lowest prices Amazon charged during that period, they would have paid only $2.5 million. So Amazon was ripping them off to the tune of $500,000. This is these are school systems. Amazon doesn't care, right?
Well, no.
They're going to have their pricing as far as whatever their pricing is. And the thing is, the algorithm, though, is looking at you and saying, oh, what can I sell these Bic pens to Dennis for? Right? They're sizing you up.
Right. They're probably looking at your buying patterns in the past and what you were willing to pay before, and then they can figure out what your break point is. You know, are you going to be willing to pay a little more later, and how much, and all of that.
So in the old days, you would go through specific vendors that had specific deals that they had made with these products, and you would know what your Bic pens cost. Yeah. No one is going to pay $8 one order and then $28 the next. But with Amazon's algorithms, they found that that's what's going on. So shouldn't be a surprise.
No.
This is what these systems are doing. They're smart enough to extract all this money. I mean, Amazon wasn't making money for like 20 years until they're like, aha, we'll do this. So we'll put this link up here for you. You can take a look and read the story. If you're purchasing for your school system using Amazon, you may want to think twice. You may want to look at other sources just to see what the actual cost of this stuff is.
Right.
And maybe make an arrangement with an actual supplier rather than just telling your purchasing people to just click on this and buy it. It's definitely not cool. So $500,000 of state tax funds that could have gone to the kids,
Right.
went to Jeff. And again, you look at that little smirk on his box there. You wonder why he's smirking. That's the kind of thing. $500,000 going out the door, and they know who the buyer is. The buyer is a school system. They know who the account is, so they even know they're doing it.
Right, and they probably even have. Well, they must have the nonprofit paperwork to know that it's a not a not a tax, not a taxable entity.
So we'll put the link up there for you. You can read the story. I did try to have the author of the story on the program. They haven't responded yet. I will get that to happen, I hope. Now, Joe, you have a similar story. Joey. Dennis. Joey's over there to the left. Sorry.
Joey's over there. Yes, a similar story. This was a study by Groundwork Collaborative and Consumer Reports.
Yeah.
They were looking at Instacart pricing.
Same problem.
Similar issue.
Yeah.
Where you can order Instacart to come buy something for you at a particular store and deliver it. But maybe I go to buy the exact same product from the exact same physical store,
right?
Maybe even on the exact same day.
Yep.
And I'll get a different price than you got.
Not cool.
Not cool at all.
I mean, I remember this happening like with Best Buy long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Like their website prices were different than their in-store prices, and they were getting in trouble for this a while back. You could probably find that story. But this is like, again, systematized price fixing or gouging, I would say. I mean, if you're going in there to buy some ground beef and you want to use Instacart, you should be paying the same price as everybody else that would walk into the store.
Yeah, if I'm buying it from Instacart and you are, and it's getting from the same store, why would it not be the same price?
Right. So the FTC is taking a look at this. Again, if you thought, I mean, the convenience is nice, right? My kids use Instacart all the time. My wife and I don't even think about it. We don't even think to use it. They're like commuting somewhere, and they're like, one of them's doing the shopping on the phone, and the other one's driving. I mean, that's completely great to actually use that technology. But then to not know, you're assuming your gallon of milk. You ask what the price of eggs is. Well, according to Instacart, you don't know what the price of eggs is, right? It could be whatever they decide to charge you. Again, another algorithm involved here. So this has got to be looked at and has to be straightened out, because you can't have different pricing just based on the time of day, who you are, your profile. This is definitely not cool, and we'll put these stories up here for you to take a look at them yourself, because we both found these things surprising, especially during the holiday season. Now you're trying to buy something as a special or some sort of deal you're supposed to be getting. Is it? You need to shop, guys. You need to go ahead and you got to put that part number in across multiple websites, and then hope you're going to get the actual lowest price. So pay attention to that. We also saw some things about North Korea.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, it's eye-popping.
If you were wondering if crypto's a scam or not, I don't know what else you need me to tell you.
I read this story and I said immediately, whoever owns any crypto, there is a target on your back.
There really is. Aside
just
from,
by definition, because you have crypto.
Yeah. The North Koreans are going after you, and they have swiped over $2 billion with a B dollars worth of fake money. This is how they're running their economy. $2 billion in crypto, and they're stealing it from just average holders, firefighters, teachers, regular people.
These are nobodies. It literally doesn't matter to them who you are.
Right.
Or even how little crypto you even have. They'll just take it.
They're
grabbing it.
There's no FDIC insurance on crypto dingalings. So if you find yourself losing your money thanks to North Korea, You may want to consider the investment in the first place. I hear it's at like 84,000 all of a sudden. I don't know, Dennis. Why hasn't it been made to be 500,000?
But maybe make it $1 million.
Make it whatever.
I mean, why not?
I
I mean, it can be anything it wants to be, right?
It sure can be. I guess there's less and less fools willing to spend their actual hard-earned money. Yes, I understand it's printed by the central government. It's just as fake as crypto practically. But this whole thing with crypto is definitely, as far as I'm concerned, it's a scam. We may as well sell Pokemon cards. And you buy your next Big Mac with a Pokemon card. So they're making a ton of money off of you. North Korean hackers are doing this. If you've been hacked by a North Korean, it's awful, right? The actual FBI would call it pig butchering.
Yes.
And they wanted to change the name of the actual
Pig butchering to something else.
to something softer, so you felt less
Threatened by it.
offended by being taken advantage of by the North Koreans. But it's another. We'll put a story up here for you. You just have to ask yourself, what are you doing with this investment if it's so easily taken by someone over in the third world? Like
And
North
again,
Korea?
I keep, in my own mind, I keep coming back to the same issue. The whole idea of the crypto is that it's immutable and it can't be stolen.
Wow.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
And
Seems
of
to
course
be the case. that
That's
it's
not. It's not actually true.
No. Flies right out of your wallet. I did read a story about some other guy who literally was running around with he made like $6 million ripping people off of their crypto. He convinced them. He literally would call them up, convince them. He was living in his dad's basement, and he
Sure.
called them up and convinced them that their crypto wallet was being attacked, which it was by him. And he convinced them to move their money into a different wallet. And he had full access
And
now
it
to the
was
thing.
his wallet or
Yep.
one that he had access
Literally
to.
in his dad's basement, and then he would go ahead and gamble it away, and then post on Reddit how many times he ripped off these folks with their crypto. It's like, I don't have to tell you folks, but if you're involved in crypto in the first place, we had a great recession, and it had to do with, mortgages, right? Bankers caused that, but this is
Yeah.
even worse. This is really just lunacy out there as far as people losing their shirts. So again, I think you're going to find yourself, the smart money is going to be cashing out at 120,000 while you're wondering why it's worth 80 now.
Yeah.
And it's because the smart money took all your money. We'll put these stories out over at computertalkwithtab.com, nameoftheshow.com, which also works. And Mike G, of course, is posting over at the Computer Talk with Tab Listener Network. You can ask to join. We're not going to sell you anything.
Nope.
And the links will be there there for you as well. And of course, if you follow us on X, and I guess Musk is trying to get the name Twitter back again. Have you heard that?
No, it was another outfit that was going to try to take
Extract
the
it?
name
Yeah.
because, ostensibly, Musk has abandoned it.
Well, you might want it back, I guess.
Yeah.
Still calling it X for now.
Yeah.
If you follow us at Tab Computer Sys, you'll get the links there as well. So think about donating. It is the season of giving. The holiday store here in Avon, that's where we're sitting here. Feel free to stop on by with any kind of donation of your checks, your toys, or if you want to make it easy, text to give to 31333. It's the easiest way to make a donation, fully secure, and you just pop your credit card in there, give whatever you can, and it takes just minutes to do, and you're going to help out a lot of folks. You heard Steve's guest from the Salvation Army earlier. She was impacted tremendously by what the Salvation Army did for her in her life. That's what you want to understand. That's what you want to understand where your money is going, how it's helping people. And if you're too busy to volunteer, which all of us are very busy these days, you can simply make a donation by texting WTIC to 31333. Feel free to get online. We have some calls coming in. So 3 lines open for you. 860-522-9842 is the number. And we'll do our best to help you out with your computer comments, questions, and concerns. We'll be right back.
Running a small business is a daily
Clear.
balancing act. One late shipment, one price hike, one employee issue, and your whole month, maybe the entire year, could be in trouble. That's where LendSeek comes in.
I needed $100,000 fast to keep up with inventory demands. LendSeek had me funded the same day I applied. Between their AI platform finding the fastest deal and a dedicated funding specialist guiding the process, it couldn't have been easier.
Our AI-driven platform matches your business with the right program from over 100 funders, up to $2 million in as fast as 24 hours. Don't wait until it's too late. If you've been in business at least 2 years with more than $500,000 in annual revenue, qualifying is simple. No collateral, no out-of-pocket costs, no hassle. From lines of credit, term loans to revenue-based financing, LendSeek is open for business. Apply in minutes at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-568-2790. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-568-2790 or biglou.com.
From the Carter Mario Injury Lawyer Studios, visit getcarter.com.
That's getcarter.com. This is Computer Talk.
All right, we are back. This is Computer Talk with Tab. I'm Eric.
And I'm Dennis.
And we're going to be here till 11 o'clock. Feel free to get online. We are live here in the Holiday Store. And we'll take your computer calls, comments, questions, and concerns. And we'll take your cash donations and your goodwill. So feel free to stop on by, say hello, and do that, or text to give. But let's go to your calls. We're going to go to Pete in Avon next. What's happening, Pete?
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy holidays.
You too.
I have a quick question. We bought a Hewlett-Packard desktop, and when I subscribed or when I started it up, it created a Microsoft account, and I kind of made a mistake when I did it. They asked if I wanted a new account or an existing account, so we used the existing account, which is my son's, and I'm trying to get him his Xbox account off of our family account. So I texted Microsoft on the Copilot that the only way to do that is to have him take control of the account, and then we create a separate account because he doesn't want to lose his progress on Xbox.
No, you don't. You can't have that.
No.
I agree with him.
Yeah.
Well, but how do I get so we bought the 365 subscription, so my concern is once he takes over and we create a new account, they'll force us to buy another subscription for 365.
I don't think so. I think if you've got a 365 plan, you've got one plan that's under, one email address / account. But you can share that account with, I think, 5 or 4 other persons. So you can have 5 people on the account. So once he's logged in, at least as far as I understand what you're trying to do, once he's logged into the account, what he would do is share that account with your email address. Then you're going to get an invitation from Microsoft to join them. And then you can use that invitation to set up your own account that is attached to that one plan. I think that's how it's going to work.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on that, Dennis. But it is confusing.
Very.
It's I just wanted to have him take his Xbox, but then you lose all your progress.
Well,
yeah.
So
right. But what he would do once he's shared that with you, and then you get into it, I think he can transfer ownership of the plan to you.
Right.
But then he'll still be in it
As a member.
and I think I can't say for 100%, but I think all of his cloud data, including his game progress, is all going to be shared. Saved.
You just want to deprecate his access to the 365 as an admin and make yourself as the admin.
Yeah, you need to change the admin identity within the account.
Okay.
Once
it's
you're
not
in it.
easy. They don't make it easy.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
They don't.
It's all unnecessarily confusing because that's what Microsoft does.
Yeah, we have the same problem just trying to migrate folks from commercial accounts over to GCC High. You can't even flip a switch. You have to actually migrate them from the whole different data centers because it's a different data center. It's rather than being worldwide, it actually becomes U.S. based.
Yeah, and when it comes time to renew their plans,
Nightmare.
you cannot renew a GCC plan. What happens is you ask them for a new plan for the new year, and then they transfer that account over to it. There is no renewal of anything in GCC. It's just insane.
So it should be just as messy for you as a consumer, but you would think it wouldn't be. The other thought too, though, Pete, is to consider maybe just buying another 365 account and canceling this one.
Yeah.
And that way his account still is live. It's just not connected to the 365 account.
I mean, otherwise, these kids are going to be on Xbox, when I'm in the ground, and I'm like, I don't want to, I want you to have your own sort of identity at 21.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I've got an Xbox account, and of course, I attached my kids to it. Is your son younger than like 18?
No, he's 21, and that's why I was like, hey, it's time to get your own little nest and
yeah, you know what?
break away from the mothership.
Yeah, I agree, Pete. He needs to get disconnected. But being 21, yeah. So approach it that way. Maybe get your own 365 account and then let him pay for the one he's on. That's another option.
Right.
He's 21. Is he paying it for his own cell phone?
He's on the Verizon. That's another issue. That he's on the Verizon, Mafia plan. So that's it's forever almost. It seems like, and I have no problem with him doing the Xbox at all. It's just that every time he wants to use it, and I want to make password changes, whatever, I got to send them his, the new password. Cause I'm the admin, and I'm like, hey, I just want the Microsoft to be separate for my wife and I, and have him do his own thing. So
yeah. So you could always set your own up, and then have him pay for the 365 he's got, and abandon the one you have too. That's an option.
Yeah.
But Dennis's approach is a good one too. So we hear you, Pete. This is very confusing. Wait till he gets married.
I need you guys to take over Microsoft.
We'd shut it all down.
Pull the power plug.
Yeah. We'd be like, all right, let's go to Linux. So we're going to be here. Thank you for the call, Pete. We're going to be here until 11 o'clock. We appreciate it. Hopefully he can get his account straightened out. Feel free to get online. 860-522-9842 is the number. And text to give. Text WTIC to 31333 and help someone in need via the Salvation Army. We'll be right back.
Winning doesn't start on game day. It starts with
Clear.
Trust, and the right team. Just ask UConn's Braylon Mullins.
I trust the team at BPS Lawyers, just like I trust my teammates on game day.
At BPS Lawyers, we prepare like champions, fighting for you in personal injury, family law, and more.
I'm Nick Payne-Deris. At BPS Lawyers, we're one full-service firm. All your legal needs, always.
BPS Lawyers, your lawyers for life.
At Odyssey, we believe in creating a diverse and inclusive workforce. We also value the power of community and encourage local organizations to help us in referring qualified applicants to our stations. If you're a community organization interested in receiving our vacancy information, simply email equalemployment@odyssey.com. You'll be notified of all our open positions. That's equalemployment@odyssey.com. And for all our listeners, please visit odysseyinc.com/careers for a list of job openings at all Odyssey radio stations.
And now, a WTIC news update.
9:30, good morning. Hartford temperature is 33 degrees under clear and sunny skies. I'm Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News. Eversource blames scattered outages, largely due to downed trees and limbs, and a variety of start times for those outages. That's making it difficult in coming up with a time for all customers to get their power back, but does say that hundreds of crews, including those from out of state, are responding to outages across Connecticut. Of those outages, we see that there are about 21,617 Eversource customers without power at this time. Eversource says that it has restored over 80,000 customers thus far since Friday morning. The The Pentagon says that the U.S. military strikes on ISIS targets in Syria are vengeance for the ISIS attack that killed 3 Americans, 2 soldiers, and their interpreter. A Russian missile strike on port infrastructure at Odessa kills 8 people and wounds 27, according to Ukraine's emergency service. This while Russia insists its military goals are advancing and will advance unless Ukraine accepts its terms for peace. Hartford police stop and arrest 2 suspects in connection with an overnight burglary late Friday night on New Britain Road, where a man awoke to 2 men in his home who got away with his car and wallet. 32-year-olds Robert Cotton and Matthew O'Connor are charged with burglary and reckless endangerment. A baseball hit out of the park during Game 4 of this year's National League Championship Series by the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani, and into the record books, is on the auction block today. Minimum bid is $100,000, but it is expected to fetch millions.
WTIC weather.
For today, we'll see some sunshine to start, then increasing clouds. It will be breezy and colder compared to yesterday with a high of just 38. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy with a breeze, low 31. And then tomorrow, partly sunny up to 44, but a cold front moves through, turns breezy, and temperatures may drop in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, mainly clear, breezy, and chillier, low 21. Monday, sunshine with a breeze, a high of 34. This is meteorologist Bill Decker in the WTIC Weather Center.
For these stories and more, we're at WTIC.com with more Computer Talk with Tab next, live from the Holiday Store. I'm Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News.
When you've thrown over 4,000 innings like I have, you know joint pain isn't a maybe, it's a guarantee. For you, was it climbing ladders or too much heavy lifting? Hey, we're all in the same boat. But surgery, that was never my answer.
Baseball legend Roger Clemens knows there's a better way. That's QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself. No scalpels, no fake fixes, just real relief.
What I love about QC Kinetics, these are the most respected medical pros in the country that specialize in non-surgical therapies to get you moving again.
Don't mask the pain, fix it. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation.
I trusted QC Kinetics. You should too.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 860-440-PAIN. That's 860-440-PAIN. 860-440-PAIN.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-269-3454. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-269-3454 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-269-3454 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-269-3454.
This is Computer Talk with Tab. We had a gentleman stop by, Gary, and he stopped by with a generous check for the Salvation Army. Appreciate that, Gary. If you're in the area and you want to do exactly what Gary did, you can. You can come down with the old paper check, and Joey will get that over to the Salvation Army, and you can do it that way, or you can do it.
If you have a Christmas party to go to tonight,
yeah,
and you don't want to bring anything,
right,
you can grab a certificate for a pie, have it a toll medal, grab an ice cream pie, kill 2 birds, 1 stone. $150 donation or more. God bless you, Tom Teller. You get a certificate for an ice cream pie.
Sounds good. So lots of great ways to support the Salvation Army. Oh, speaking of support, the Lydian team over Sandy Terenzi's group is sponsoring this morning's show. We appreciate that too. So another crypto news that you guys should be aware. Oh, by the way, feel free to get online. 4 lines wide open. 860-522-9842 is the number. We'll do our best to take your questions, comments, and concerns. But the anecdotal story I was telling you about a little earlier about the $6 million the kid stole. Sorry, it was $16
Whoa!
Gen Z crypto theft right out of Sheep's Head, New York, Brooklyn. 16 million. He basically got it from former cops, and teachers, and single moms. As I said, he's 23 years old, living in his dad's basement, and he scammed 100 victims. 100 victims out of $16 million that he then went and just gambled away. And then, of course, he posted all over the place his crimes, gloating about how foolish people were. And you really have to ask yourself. So basically, he cleaned the wallets out and simply he called them. He found the wallets somehow. I don't even know how this scam works exactly, but
Yeah.
he found these wallets, and then he would call them up, figure out who the owners of the wallets were, and then he would convince them that they're being hacked, and convince them to put their money into a wallet he had control over. And $16 million worth of fake money was moved that way, right out of people's control. And it's not FDIC insured, guys.
Nope.
You're out the money when you get a ding-dong like this sitting in his basement doing this to you. And if it's this easy to do, you got to ask yourself, is this really a thing that you would put any of your hard-earned money into? Because so many of you guys don't even know how it works. What are you investing your hard-earned money into? You may as well buy, like I said, Pokemon cards. You get the same result. We'll put the link out here. You can take a look at it, and it's something that is just part of the whole crypto experience, and too many people don't even know what they're getting into. Now, again, maybe I'm wrong, and if for some reason crypto will become some sort of valid thing, like I said earlier, I'll eat my shorts. But again, I've lived through enough scams, from the S&L debacle, which was actually mortgages on real homes, and the Great Recession of 2008, when again, mortgages on homes. So bankers have been involved in most of our recessions and scams that have brought down this economy over and over and over again. And here you got crypto, and the geeks are involved. What else do you need to know?
Yeah.
You know,
what you're getting is exactly what you should be expecting.
Yeah. So be careful out there, guys. And we'll put this story out here. There's so much hacking going on, and you don't want to be a victim of it. So let's go to your calls. You got Mike in Plainville, who's nice enough to join us this Saturday. What's going on, Mike?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm well. My question is, throughout the years, I've always had the occasional robocall, spam, telemarketing. Nothing real crazy, but about a couple of months ago, my number got somewhere, and I get like 10 or 12 calls a day. And my provider blocks the calls so I don't get them, but like I keep getting voicemails, pardon me. And is there nothing can be done?
It's hard to, really. You need to have your phone set up to kind of send the scammers into an oblivion, which is what I do. I have got a Google Assistant that actually takes the calls and asks the robocallers what it's all about, and then if they're legitimate, they actually will leave a message, and you actually see what the person's saying as they're talking. So it kind of screens the call. So if you turn on those types of technologies, it is pretty handy. It wastes their time, and of course, they're not going to bother telling you what it's all about if they're just robocalling you anyways, and it's not legit. So I found that to be very effective. I get the same robocalls you do, but they don't bother me. They don't get to my face. They don't interface and interfere with my day. So try turning on those types of technologies if you have an Android. I don't know about the Apple side of things.
I honestly don't know. I'm sorry. I wish I knew.
Yeah, they might have something like that. Trying to get yourself off a list and stuff like that is just kind of useless. It doesn't really seem to solve anything.
Yeah, I mean, just by default, put yourself on the do not call list with the FCC, but yeah, don't expect much from that. We can post an article by the FCC about call blocking technologies, and you can always ask your carrier if they have any measures to help out. Definitely worth calling them too. But yeah, it's a big issue, and it's been something the FCC has been trying to deal with. But as soon as they cover one possible way to get around things, the bad guys come up with another.
Yeah.
And it's just a game of whack-a-mole.
And we'll try to find a link for the how to configure your Google account if you have that to use the screening technology. It's really pretty cool, and actually it sounds like you. They'll use some of it will be use your own voice to actually leave a message.
Mike G just posted a link for guidance that has to do with iPhones, so we can put that up too.
So that's the best way to do it. Just use the technology and waste their time, not yours.
Thank you. I'll look for that Google article. And happy holidays to you.
You too, Mike. Thanks for calling in. All right, so we're going to go on next to Dan in Bristol next. What's going on there, Dan?
Good morning and Merry Christmas, folks.
Merry Christmas.
And you're at the Avon Old Farms?
We are here at Avon Old Farms trying to collect for the Salvation Army, and if you can't come on down, just text WTIC to 31333 and make your donation.
Oh, very good. Got a couple questions regarding GoNetSpeed and NordVPN.
Yep.
Now, right now, NordVPN has this special deal going along. They're giving you some money off, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
And I noticed that other VPN people are doing about the same thing, so
probably
a little competition there.
Yeah.
The one thing that bothered me about NordVPN and the others, I didn't find any kind of a telephone support number if you need to call them for any problems you might be having.
Yeah.
They have email, but they don't seem to have a telephone support number, unless I'm missing something.
Well, no, you're not. Trying to get humans on the phone these days is very difficult. We've been, partners with Microsoft for decades, and even that, talking to a human over there is very difficult.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
So don't expect it to get any better. Text or chat support can be very effective, and there's not a whole lot of issues you're going to have with a VPN. It either works or it doesn't. So I don't know that they're going to be able to give you too much support, considering what are you going to need when it comes to this. You either establish your VPN or you don't. And as far as configuring it or dealing with any kind of specific setups where you want to maybe configure it for your whole home to be, VPNing over to some other state in the union, that type of configuration usually is available on their websites. So what do you think you need support for? Is there anything specific you're trying to configure?
Well, specifically the home. I'd like to get the router.
The router?
Configured for that.
You want to get
that's what my wife called it.
the
Router.
router? Yes.
Yeah.
So there's some benefits to that, and there's some negatives to that. So to have a VPN running on your router that connects you out to some other place means that your weather, your time, where you exist is not going to be Connecticut anymore. And so when you bring up your websites, they're going to assume you're in Albuquerque, and you're going to find that you're online trying to order things from the Albuquerque Home Depot, right? And they're going to be like, here's your local store. So you're going to have to keep in mind that you have to change all that, which is, you can do that as long as you're conscious of the fact that you're now in a different time zone and all these things don't make any sense anymore. And when someone goes into your home and tries to figure out how to order a pizza, they're going to be like, why is my time zone 3 hours off? So that kind of stuff is going to occur to you if you try to do a VPN through the router.
Okay.
I would tell you to do it on your individual system.
Now, I'm assuming what you do is you download a program to your local PC, laptop, whatever, install it, and that takes care of it.
Correct. And you got to initiate it when you want to use it. So you turn the VPN on when you want to use it.
Okay. All right. All right. I guess that pretty much explains that part of it. But they do have an email, so I guess I could get their help with the email. I'm sure they'll answer within 72 hours or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
My other question was regarding. At first, I told Carolyn it was GoNet Zero. Don't know why I came up with that title. It's GoNet Speed.
Yeah.
They've been patrolling our neighborhood, letting us know that they are now available.
Nice. Jump on that.
And I'm wondering, what's the benefit versus what I currently have, which is with Xfinity, Comcast / NBC Universal / whatever.
It's fiber. So GoNet Speed is fiber, and your cable is old copper, most likely.
Now the cable, of course, then we would have to pay separately for that versus the GoNet Speed, correct?
So you'd pay a very low price for your high-speed internet through GoNet Speed, and then yes, you're going to purchase some sort of streaming, whether it be through YouTube TV or DirecTV or Sling or Fubo, all sorts of options to get your channels, and it just disconnects you from having to do it through the big cable provider. It gives you options. Yes, guess you might find eventually that the price is about the same.
Okay.
But the internet should be much more competitive and better for you speed-wise. Cable is only going to give you fast download speeds, poor upload speeds. Fiber is going to be synchronous, so 500, 500 up and down gives you some nice VPN connections to whatever you're doing, and also makes your work much faster if you're connecting remotely. So it's the way to go, and it's light. It's over the speed of light rather than quick.
Now, how about if I have these streaming services like Fubo and Hulu and U2 and everybody else who, can they get me to local stations like Channel 8, 330, et cetera?
They almost all offer that, and you can definitely do that. Now, if you were VPN to Albuquerque, guess what your local station would be?
KUSC in Albuquerque or something, yeah.
Exactly. Desert Radio.
Well, thank you, both you guys. I appreciate the help you gave me. Appreciate it, really. And good luck with your campaign to get more money for Salvation Army. I do support them. Have for many, many years. I had an uncle who was a World War I veteran. He would say that the Salvation Army came to them anytime, anywhere, under fire. Didn't matter. They were there.
Well, yeah, that's a great story, and thank you for telling it. And yeah, they're a great organization to support, and it's well worth it. So we appreciate that.
All right. Well, thank you. Have a good night. Have a good holiday, folks, and Merry Christmas.
All right, Merry Christmas. All right, we're going to step out for a quick break. Get to your calls. Tom, hang on. 3 lines open for you: 860-522-9842. And if Dan inspired you, text WTIC to 31333 and support the Salvation Army. They'll go everywhere and anywhere to help you.
When winter weather hits, you can depend on
Clear.
NewsTalk 1080 to get you.
And wow, I'm glad he admitted that, because he was like, yeah, go net zero. And I'm like, you mean go net speed?
To give you the latest.
And he's like, no, go net zero. And I went, oh, I've never heard of that, but I'll learn today. Cool. Like, you guys teach me stuff all the time. And then when he said, yeah, I don't know why I said that, I was like, I knew what I was talking about. I knew it. I knew it.
So when winter weather hits, and it will because it's winter.
3 people have called me by name today when I've picked up the phone. They're on it.
You need without the hype.
Hi, it's Morgan.
Joey, you might have to remind them what they're donating to as well.
You know, the whole Morgan Cunningham WTIC 1080 news thing. But did you know that on Saturdays after 2 o'clock, I host Spotlight Connecticut? That's my talk show where I find all kinds of different people, places, things involving Connecticut and put them in 1 hour long-form interview conversation format for you to learn something new about Connecticut, newsmakers that you generally would not hear during the week on WTIC because they're not their run-of-the-mill usual newsmakers, but that doesn't mean that they can't make news the same. Check me out Saturday afternoons at 2 on WTIC NewsTalk 1080, WTIC.com, and on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
Back, and we're here at the Avon location of the holiday store, Avon Old Farms Hotel, beautiful hotel. Come on down, see us, and drop off anything you can would like to do to help to support the Salvation Army. If you want to make it easier, though, just text WTIC to 31333. It's what I do. Keeps it simple. Don't have to ask my wife to write a check. I hate writing checks. So I ask her to do it, and her handwriting is getting just as bad as mine, though, because we don't write anything anymore. Dennis, do you ever write anything anymore? I don't think I even pick up a pen anymore.
I've been typing since, well, a long time.
Yes. So come on down, text to give, text to WTIC 31333, and it brings up a little app, and you just fill out your credit card information, give whatever you can, and support the Salvation Army. So we thank you for that in advance. Let's go to your calls. We're going to go to Tom in East Long Meadow next. What's going on, Tom?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good. I'm finally going to upgrade to Windows 11 only because Intuit now, TurboTax now requires Windows 11 instead of 10. I got to bite the bullet.
Yeah, it looks like somebody got involved with them to say you had to make an upgrade, huh?
Yeah, Intuit has been going to town. We literally get calls from our clients saying their Intuit software is telling them their computer isn't going to work, and what are we going to do? The funny thing is, even if you put a Windows 10 computer on ESU, which is the continued updating service that Microsoft has, the software doesn't detect that. It only knows that you have Windows 10.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So the warnings keep getting thrown, and we keep getting the calls.
Yeah.
It's just a pain in the neck.
So you're upgrading.
Microsoft.com/Intuit.
Yeah. Somebody's working together, it seems.
Yeah, they are.
But you still just recommending the backup in Windows, the backup, and then
It's
go with
a
it, or-
way. Yeah, the Windows backup is fine.
Yeah, it'll work. It's built in, so it tends to be pretty lean in terms of how the service runs. It doesn't put any overhead on the computer. And then we've also recommended Acronis. Acronis backup. True Image. It used to go by a different name. Well, actually, it was originally True Image, and then it went by a different name, but now it's back to True Image. Yeah. And you can either purchase it from them, or if you have certain hard drives in your computer or external USB drives, there is a pared down free version of it that sometimes comes with those. You would look in the literature for the drive that you purchased to get that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's a good day to do it. Other than picking up all the branches out on the road, we're on a dirt road here in East Long Meadow. Other than picking all those branches up from yesterday, I'm not going outside.
I hear you. Yeah, you can work on your backup. It's a good time to do it because I'm telling you, the fact that you even thought about putting a backup in means Murphy's going to test it. So get it in place.
Now, Murphy's moved out. They moved out a couple years ago.
You know the Murphy I'm talking about.
All right, well, very good. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you next year.
Sounds good. Same to you. Thanks, Tom.
Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so he's going to work on his backup. So that's the kind of thing, right? Just like creating a will or one of those things, it's the last thing you want to do, right? But if you don't do it,
you're going to be in trouble.
All your assets are going to that kid you hate. No, I'm just kidding. Who's that? The third kid that I always bet that he's just as worthy as the rest of them. Let's go to Frank in Berlin next. What's happening, Frank?
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Here's what I have. I have a 1-year-old Acer Chromebook.
1 year.
And
That's
1 year.
A baby, right?
Yes. And what I'm trying to do is hook it up to my smart TV. So I take the HDMI cables and I plug it in. Yeah. Now on the Acre, it doesn't have the big HDMI cable slot, so I had to get that adapter.
Yes, sir.
So when I plug it in on the TV, it's just a home screen. When I'm using the laptop, watching the YouTube, it doesn't go to the TV. It just stays on the laptop.
Yeah, so you got to tell your. I hate Chromebooks.
Yeah, they are.
This is touted as the easiest for seniors. Not so much.
No.
So yeah, there's
not easiest for anyone actually.
There's display
of any
settings,
age level.
and I know Dennis is trying to find display settings here to figure out how to change your display settings to tell the Chromebook to extend your desktop or mirror it so that it actually displays on the HDMI. So that's where you want to look. Is if it was a Windows machine, you just right-click on the open field there that's on the screen that has no icons, and you would set your display settings up to mirror it or to extend it. In a Chromebook, Dennis has found the answer.
Well, I found a support article by Google about connecting a Chromebook to a monitor.
Just so you know, as it being easy for seniors, it's 18 pages long.
It's a pretty substantial article. I wouldn't call it super long, but there's material here.
Yeah, a couple
of different options. And whether you have an HDR display, docking. I mean, there's a bunch in here.
So if you're looking, the other option would be to cast it, right? So if your smart TV is smart enough to accept a cast, you can cast it from your Chromebook rather than even have it plugged in by HDMI. Did you consider that?
The only thing I know about casting is fishing.
There you go. I could never get my kids to do that. So casting basically is a function of Chrome, and basically whatever's on your screen, if you're looking at a browser, you can go ahead and cast it to a device that can catch that cast, and you'd have to make sure that your smart TV is able to do that. So if you have an Android-based smart TV, most likely it can catch that we'll put the link up here as far as how to follow it with the HDMI cable. You've got the cable going. You may as well try that. But if it doesn't work, look into casting. Except Netflix won't let you cast anymore from your phone, but it probably will let you cast from your Chromebook until they don't let you cast.
All right.
I don't know.
It's crazy.
Sorry, guys.
No,
Sorry,
it's
but,
not your fault. I mean, I'm just. It's just the kind of thing that you expect these days.
Yeah. How hard is it to watch TV? It's getting complicated.
All right, I'll hit your website. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you, Frank.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye-bye. So, yeah. There's a bunch of steps for him to make that work. Let's go on to Ron in Manchester next. What's going on there, Ron?
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I was listening to your comments about giving somebody advice about streaming and stuff. And I just wanted to say, I'm 69 years old, and I had cable for years, and I finally got rid of it a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I switched to that, and I do like that a lot. But when I use a Samsung Plus, have you heard of Samsung Plus?
Samsung Plus. What is that?
No.
I haven't heard of that.
So what that is, if you buy a newer TV, any Samsung TV, and it has it right on, all you gotta do is put the wireless code in there.
Yeah.
You get like, I don't know, I'd say about 300-400 stations. And it's free, completely free. And I would recommend people try that before they spend any money. And you'd be surprised. It's got everything under the sun under there. I like the car stuff.
Yeah.
The news. It has 5 Fox News, which is the real Fox News.
All right.
Yeah.
And then, so it's not going to like have only like reruns of Bonanza?
Some of it's older, but there's so much content. If you like something, like there's something called Power Nation for showing you how to rebuild engines in it. It just goes on and on and on forever if you like that kind of stuff.
So basically,
But it's got
Samsung Plus
everything in there.
it's a streaming app that you can probably put on anything. I would.
Yeah, you gotta have a new Samsung TV.
All right.
You know, within the last 5 years or so, maybe even older than that. If you have any Samsung TV, it's right there for you. It comes up.
Sounds
All you
good.
gotta do is put the wireless.
We'll put a link up there for
The
you.
other thing I was gonna bring up.
Yeah, quickly.
I have an Android phone, right? And I have a lot of videos on there.
Yeah.
And they fill up my space. Is there a way for me to take the files off there? I have a Mac computer.
Well, possibly. Can we put you on hold and do a little research over the news?
Sure.
All right. We'll do a little research for you over the news, Ron, on how to do that, and we'll get back to you on that. And feel free to get online, guys. 860-522-9842 is the number. And if you want to give to the Salvation Army, text WTIC to 31333 and give whatever you can.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad,
Clear.
Age of 63, was out of nowhere, had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife, and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/life.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and evenly. See site for additional details.
WTIC is celebrating 100 years on the air and 100 years of serving Connecticut. This is WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford, an Odyssey station.
10 o'clock, good morning. Hartford temperature is 33 degrees. At Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News. Thousands of Eversource customers scattered around Connecticut are without power this morning. The utility is reporting that there are currently 20,921 outages. That's down almost 1,000 in the last hour, so that is some positive news. It comes after Friday's storm that packed heavy rain and strong wind gusts. Many areas, particularly in eastern Connecticut, do not have restoration times yet. The utility says it's working to evaluate outages, many of which are the result of downed trees or limbs. spokeswoman Tricia Modifica addresses one concern.
People say that they don't see crews working on their street or in their neighborhood. That can be frustrating, but that doesn't mean that we're not working at a location that will restore their power. Our electric circuits don't begin and end at the town line. Many circuits run through different communities, different neighborhoods, so crews could be working at a location that people may not see, but that job will bring power back to their neighborhood.
Modifica says that some outages started yesterday while others started overnight early this morning. She says that the timing is making it harder for crews to pinpoint a restoration time for all customers, adding that hundreds of crews are responding with out-of-state crews from the region. The Department of Justice has started to release files on Jeffrey Epstein. A partial release has prompted some Democrats in particular to accuse the Trump administration of trying to hide back information.
Liz Stein was trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein. She's unhappy with the manner in which the files were published.
What we worry about is a slow rollout of information and incomplete information without any context as to what we're looking at. It's really important that we see everything that they have released.
BBC correspondent Fiona McDonald. To this point, police and the FBI can't explain why a Portuguese man attacked a classroom at Brown University, killing two, then going up to kill an MIT professor before killing himself.
25 years ago, Claudio Neves Valente attended class in the building at Brown where he opened fire.
Did I hear my name?
Tells the New York Times he was brilliant but often unhappy. Another classmate says he was shy and struggling. Before that, Neves Valente went to school in Portugal with Nuno Loureiro, who became the MIT professor. Rhode Island Attorney General Peter Nerona says it was an Alamo rental car that led to the suspect.
We were able to find that car in New Hampshire. We were able to find evidence in the car from looking at it from the outside that connected this individual to our crime scene here in Rhode Island.
The ATF says two guns found on the body of the suspects are being analyzed at the Connecticut State Police Lab. Dave Maker, WTIC 1080 News.
Advocates gathered in West Hartford Friday calling for additional funding to combat hate crimes. It comes nearly a week after two gunmen opened fire at a Hanukkah celebration in Australia that killed 15. They want to see an emergency allocation of $1 billion to fund the nonprofit security grant program and the No Hate Act grant program. David Warren is president and CEO of the Jewish Federation of Greater Hartford.
This is not random. This is not isolated. This is not theoretical. We are witnessing globally and here at home a sustained campaign.
Did I hear my name a few minutes ago?
Intimidation and terror.
The Anti-Defamation League reports 150.
Oh, okay, because I heard something in case Carolyn's listening, and I'm like, I'm always listening. Big brother over here.
It's Powerball drawing, so that means that this Saturday's drawing could be life-changing.
Tonight's jackpot is an estimated $1.5 billion. You heard that right, with a B, making it the fifth largest in the game's history. In case you're doing some financial planning, after taxes, you'll be taking home $686.5 million.
Correspondent Adriana Diaz.
WTIC weather.
The first half of our weekend will start out with some sunshine, but finish cloudy in advance of a warm front. It will be a breezy, colder day, a high of 38. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy with a breeze as we drop down to 31. Second half of the weekend looks a little milder, partly sunny tomorrow, high 44, but then a cold front moves through late in the day. It turns breezy and temperatures may drop a little bit. For tomorrow night, mainly clear, brisk and colder, low 21. Monday, back to work before the holiday, sunshine with a breeze and temperatures barely above freezing, a high of 34. Looking beyond that into Tuesday, a storm system could impact the area with a chance of some snow or rain. By Wednesday, Christmas Eve day, we're sunny and dry, likely back into the 40s, and the early call for Christmas Day calls for some sunshine and temperatures not far from the 40-degree mark. This is meteorologist Bill Degger in the WTIC Weather Center.
For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com as we continue next with more Computer Talk with Tab, live from the Holiday Store. I'm Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News.
news. Is your loved one in hospital, rehab center, or assisted living facility? Right at Home is a non-medical home care agency that can provide a COVID-vaccinated caregiver selected specifically for your loved one. Spot-checked periodically by a field staff home care supervisor to ensure the quality of care and the peace of mind you expect and deserve. Right at Home, the caregivers for the right services with the right approach for all the right reasons. Call 860-436-9757. Remember, you do have a choice in home care.
If you're a diabetic, we have great news. You can end the painful finger sticks with a new CGM. Plus, they may be covered by Medicare, Medicaid, or private insurance. If you use insulin or have had hypoglycemic events, you may qualify. Call US Med now to learn more.
800-438-8173. 800-438-8173. 800-438-8173. That's 800-438-8173.
If you're in business, you've most likely heard the phrase customer retention. Providing superior service to retain great customers like DTEC Service in Cromwell is a priority at TAB Computer Systems.
Years ago, we were using another managed service provider for our IT support, and we weren't happy with their performance.
That's DTEC's Todd Vigorito. He explains how he became a TAB customer.
I was familiar with Eric from his radio show, Computer Talk with Tab, and decided to give him a call and see what they could offer us. We've been together ever since then.
What does TAB offer that keeps Todd and DTEC a satisfied customer?
Tab offers everything that we need and always comes through. There's new hardware or updates to software. They're always there to take care of it.
Dedication to customer service. Just another reason to call TAB Computer Systems today. 1-888-TAB-4-HELP. 1-888-TAB-4-HELP. Or visit tabinc.com. Technology's advancing business. TAB Computer Systems.
This is WTIC's Computer Talk with TAB, hosted by Eric Semmel and Dennis Halnon of TAB Computer Systems. Interact with Eric and Dennis by phone at 860-522-9842 or email them in the studio at gethelp@tabinc.com. Get help anytime at
Going live.
computertab.com. Now, here are Eric and Dennis on WTIC News Talk 1080.
And good morning. This is Computer Talk with Tab. I'm Eric.
And I'm Dennis.
And we are here in Avon, and checks are rolling in. People are coming in and making donations, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. They're getting their pies, and they're doing their thing, and we appreciate it. We're going to be here till 11 o'clock if you want to do that and stop on by and pick up your certificate for a pie. But we do appreciate it very much, and thank you, sir. And folks are coming in and doing their thing. Just that easy.
He came in, he's like, how much for the pies this year?
Yeah.
150 or more. So he wrote me a check. He just walked out a certificate.
Yeah. Yep. All good. So we were on with Ron, and Ron was talking about trying to get his data off of his phone. And Joey's like, I can do that. He was kind of like, if you ever watch Star Trek,
Yeah, I'm the guy in the red shirt.
Yeah, you're running to beam them both down from two different spots. I can do that. So go ahead there, Joey. Explain how to take your Google videos and get them to his Mac.
So basically, you're looking to take the photos off your shot some videos on your phone and you want to get them to your Mac?
Yeah, mostly I went to concerts and I filmed a lot of concerts.
The easiest way I can say you can do this, log into your Google Photos account on your Mac. And there'll be a setting on your phone, which you should have if set up already. If you don't, I would suggest do it to back them up to the cloud. They'll back up to the cloud. You can log into your account on your Mac and just download them right to your Mac right there. So now you'll have the two locations.
Yeah.
And then you gotta need just a regular wire.
You don't even need a wire.
No. USB wire.
You won't even need a wire because it'll sync them to the Google's cloud, and then you can just download them on your computer wherever you are.
So think about it as it's the longest way to get something from point A to point B. You have your phone right next to the computer, but it's going up via the cloud.
That's all that matters.
Well, here's the thing.
One more thing about
I was going to say, instead of using a cable, you're using Google's cloud.
Yep.
Yes.
That's
the cloud is
that's
your
how it
intermediary.
moves from one thing to the other.
The Rube Goldberg.
I don't pay for the cloud.
Nope.
Does that matter?
No, up until a certain point, it's free unlimited use.
You do have a certain amount of storage.
Yeah.
Once you've downloaded them onto the Mac, then you can remove them from the cloud and you can put up more videos.
And Joey has an idea for that,
So
right?
if you get to that point where you're hitting your capacity, Google has a service it's called Takeout. So you can tell it to download everything, whether it be your email, your photos, your videos, contacts, and it'll ask you what size folders you want. It creates a zip file for everything, and then you can just download everything and archive it. And so I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
So if people do have, a good amount of information, they want to make, as Eric and back in the day, TJ used to say, multiple shots of your backup.
Yes.
Amazon. Price may change subject to availability and algorithms, but you can get 64 gig thumb drives, okay? A 10 pack for $50.
There you go.
So now you can store 64 gigs, take them, dump them on that flash drive, put it somewhere safe, and put another one at your workplace.
Yeah, Joey puts his in his sock drawers.
Yep.
By his next to his bed.
Because backup is great and good and dandy, but if something happens to that backup, you have no more backup.
Oh, yeah.
So, God forbid something happens to your house. Keep a backup at work or at a friend's house or something like that, and keep your friend's backup.
If all your company data is dangling from one flash drive out on your keychain, it's not a backup.
No.
So, all right, Ron.
Hey, one more quick comment about the free TV stuff.
Yeah.
In order to make it work even better, you go to your wholesale club and you buy one of those penners with the double bow ties on it.
Yeah.
So I got that on my roof. That gives me all the digital channels, from 3-1, 2- and all that.
Yeah.
Like wax on 3-4, you get the Yukon games free when they put them on there.
Nice.
All those
that goes all the way up to
channels.
61. You get like 60 stations in the Hartford area.
Yep.
And the Samsung TV is smart enough. That puts it in the front, and then you go on to the 1,000 all the way up to like 4,000 with the free station, screaming.
Yeah, because I've been watching all those reruns of Elf.
Yeah. Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie.
Those Samsung digital channels are amazing.
Thank you very much for Ron.
Check it out.
We will.
Yeah. Okay, take it easy. Thank you very much.
You too.
I like listening to your show. It's great.
Well, we appreciate it. We do appreciate it. That's why we're here. All right, Ron. Merry Christmas. So Ron gave us a lot of information about saving some money. But speaking about money, we had a tremendous donation walk in the door this morning from the Rotary of Avon and Avon Canton Rotary. About 55 members. They had a challenge going on, and they just dropped off a check with a lot of zeros. Yep. And we thank them for their work. The Rotary clubs out there are doing a lot of great charitable work. And we're thankful that the Rotary of Avon Canton thought of the Salvation Army as some place to donate.
And that's on top of the big toy donation I brought earlier.
Yes.
And remember, this is a matching donation by the Rotary, so that means that all of the members together have already contributed that much.
Yep.
Actually, more than that.
More than that. So this is a tremendous support from the Avon Canton Rotary. We do appreciate it very much. And if you want to join them, we're not going to be able to match it for you, but if you want to drop off a $150 check of some kind, you get a pie.
Yeah.
So that's a wonderful way to support the Salvation Army and feed your own family for Christmas.
It's one less thing you have to do.
You'll be supporting a lot of folks in the area, and that's what the Salvation Army does. And Steve had a tremendous guest on who was impacted as a child and talked about her growing up with the support of the Salvation Army. I think it was in Charter Oak area.
It's amazing been doing this. I mean, you've been part of it just as long as, if not longer, and actually longer than me. Those stories, like I was younger, I heard stories from my parents or my grandparents about the Salvation Army being there for someone in need, and it's infectious in the greatest way possible.
It really is. So if you have a moment, the easiest way to give is just texting WTIC to 31333 and support the Salvation Army. We really very much appreciate it. We know you guys are very generous. You made us number 2.
That's right.
So
we're number 2.
We know you're listening. We're number 2. And so if you can make us number 2 in the Greater Hartford, contest there, we know you can support the Salvation Army. Whatever you can afford to give is great. Maybe you can't do what the folks at the Rotary of Avon Canton did.
But if a
any
few
little
of you
bit
came out with a little amount adds up.
Sure does. So we're going to be here till 11 o'clock. Feel free to get online. 860-522-9842 is the number. You had a story you wanted to bring up about music.
I did. Well, music and AI.
Yeah, music and AI.
And
we love it.
School security. How do all of these things intersect?
Probably poorly.
Okay. There is a school system in Florida. A child, actually the school that this child was in was locked down for a while.
Oh boy.
Because the AI that was monitoring security,
the cameras probably.
Cameras and I guess other things too. But
yeah.
Mostly that. It decided that a child's clarinet was a gun.
Oh, a gun.
And put the school into lockdown.
Wow.
Okay. And you would think that everybody would listen to this and say, hey, yeah, we probably shouldn't have done that.
Right.
But you would be wrong.
Oh, my goodness.
Because, no, we didn't do anything wrong. The security company that runs this AI service says, nope, this worked exactly the way it was supposed to.
It was a feature. You're going to flag a clarinet.
Feature.
It is. I mean, in the hands
Locking down the school unnecessarily is a great security feature, according to them.
I don't know. A clarinet in the wrong hands, that could be a deadly weapon. And my wife...
So not only did this security company write themselves a permission slip to be wrong and remain wrong, the school system threw the kid under the bus.
What?
They claimed that he had been acting, and I'm using air quotes over here, as if he were carrying a weapon.
With a clarinet?
And that is why his clarinet was detected as a gun.
Only the high register.
And of
Only
course,
the high register
another
is a
problem,
clarinet.
apparently, big problem apparently, is that the kid was wearing some camo that day.
A camo wearing clarinet player is an unusual thing, I would contend.
It probably is, but I wouldn't think that it's a danger.
No.
But what do I know? I'm not a security professional.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, and I can't believe that. We'll put a link up to the story.
Yeah.
Clearly AI being used poorly.
But again, I mean,
they blame the kid.
They will not acknowledge that anything was done wrong. Neither the school system nor the security company is willing to say, yeah, we shouldn't have done that.
And they kicked the kid out.
Well, I don't know what they did to him. I mean, they threw him under the bus.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's his fault.
Oh.
It's his fault that our AI was wrong.
My goodness. Well, we'll put the story out there. You can see it. But again, a clarinet in the wrong hands. You got to be careful. You can't be too careful. Yeah. So, in other news, we've been following this for a long time. There was a crypto guy out there who had something called a stable coin.
Right.
It was Terraform Labs stable coin.
Okay.
And basically, it was supposed to. A stable coin is supposed to stay at $1. It's supposed to be stable.
Yes.
It's not supposed to change. It's supposed to sit there at $1. And we talked about a little bit about this on Tech Tuesday with Brian. But basically, Do Kwon, I always think of him as Don Juan, but Do Kwon basically bilked people out of $14 billion of your real money. Yes, it's printed by the U.S. government, so it's not that real. I agree. But $14 billion of your cash was bilked by this guy, and he even used $3.5 billion to try to stabilize his stable coin by buying Bitcoin. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So his stable coin somehow fell from $1 down to 9 cents. So I've been seeing articles about how they're supposed to be now connecting stablecoin to actual assets like gold or things that actually have value.
Well, if you're going to do that, why not just buy the gold?
That's
and
it.
Forget the coin.
Why would you have a Rube Goldberg approach of making money by using a stable coin to go ahead and buy? Because again, they're trying to use the digital currency to actually allow for that type of transaction. Because you know what? When you walk into the store with a pound of gold, it's kind of hard to transact business. But yeah, he's going to spend, they were going to say 12 years in prison, but they're going to give him 15. I would say 20 is better. And so basically, we'll put a link up here to the Terraform story here. The moral of the story is they're still pushing more and more of these stable coins. And this whole thing's been going on for years as far as what happened. I think we talked about it maybe 3 or 4, even 5 years ago when this thing crashed. And now the guy's being sentenced. So stable coin is an oxymoron as far as I'm concerned. And I don't understand what people are doing with this stuff, but we'll put the link here. Again, if you don't need me to tell you that I think crypto is really a silly investment. All these rash of people getting ripped off by it should be all you need to understand it. You should probably invest your hard-earned money in something else. Let's go to L.A. in Vernon next. What's going on, L.A.?
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I can't even start. I don't even want to start through. I'm going through hell with Frontier the second time now. Now, my question is, the reason I'm with them still after 3 years of harassment, they won't release my home phone number, and I have my home phone number since '73. And now yesterday the agent said they have to. It is legal. You can take it. Now, what do you know? Is that true?
Are you moving from a home to another home, and you want to take your phone
No,
number?
I just want to find another company that works.
Another
that
company?
actually does work for the consumer.
Oh, well, that's unusual. So you have a phone number, and you're in the Vernon area, right?
Right.
And
right.
you've had it for many, many years, and they've taken it away from you.
73, yeah. When I moved in, yeah.
And they're taking it away from you?
No. They're not taking it away. I want to get out from Frontier.
I'm with you.
To go to another company.
I'm with you.
They said, so the agent said, well, talk to somebody. I said, who am I supposed to talk to?
All right, here's your
talk
answer.
To computers there.
All right, here we go. Okay, I get it. So what they said to you was incorrect. You can port that number away. There are a few allowed monopolies, believe it or not, still even in Connecticut that we found. There's these little tiny weird pockets that are monopolistic where they actually own the numbers. But for the most part, they are not owning the numbers. So you could go ahead and choose a different carrier. Do you have a cell phone, LA?
Do I have a telephone? What?
Do you have a cell phone?
Yeah. Since yesterday, my house phone. That's my house phone. I'm calling you from my cell phone, which I not. It's a different company.
Yeah.
But I want the house
I
phone.
hear you. I'm with you. I'm with you now.
To go with me.
All right.
To go with me to the next company.
Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna you can try this. You can port your number over to Google Voice. It's free, and you can go ahead and just rip it away from those Verizon guys or whoever Frontier guys who are giving you a hard time. You can just port it over to Google Voice, and now that number is your number under Google Voice for as long as you want to keep it. And you can have that number forward your calls to your cell phone. So people can still call you on that number and say, I'm going to call LA. I've had her number for 70 years. I'm going to call her. It's going to ring Google Voice, and you're going to port it over to your cell number, and you're good. Is that?
Now wait a minute. What do I dial? Is that going through the internet? I'm 92 years old, and they're harassing me. Okay.
Who's harassing you?
Blind.
Who's harassing
you? Well, Frontier.
Well, don't talk to Frontier anymore.
Get to them.
You don't care about them. You're leaving. You're leaving their service. Don't worry about that.
So what? What do I do? Go through internet?
Yep. This is. You can do this. We'll put a link up here on Google how to port your number to Google Voice, and it'll be a step-by-step instruction.
Global Voice.
To Google Voice. You're gonna
Google Voice.
Yep. You're gonna port it over from Frontier. They can't do anything about it. They don't even need permission to do it. You're gonna port it away, and it'll be configured for Google Voice. This is the easiest way I can think of you doing it. You could also go to your cell carrier that you went to and see if they can assist you and do it for you. Who's your cell carrier?
Oh, they might. Yeah.
Who is your cell carrier, LA?
Great Call. It's Jitterbug.
All right. I've never heard of them before, but they
Great
might.
Call. Yeah.
You've heard of them?
Yeah, they
wireless
do.
carrier.
They're very. I took them because they dial my number for me because I can't always see what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
I'm legally blind, and I have to fight every way of. It's just unbelievable.
No, that's hard.
So I'm gonna give you a call.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. That is difficult. So, yeah.
So I listen to you all the time. I'm really enjoying it. But so Global Voice, no, Google Voice.
Google Voice would be a free way to take your number and arrest it from them. And you may want to ask those guys you've worked with at your cell carrier to assist you, or you might need assistance. Do you have anybody that can help you? Maybe a senior center?
My health care person. She said that's another thing. They send, instead of sending an agent first, they send me a new modem. How am I going to set up a modem? That my health care person said that's okay. I set it up. Well,
Yeah.
she set it up, but then they said when he came yesterday, finally, he said, "Oh, that's not the right modem." So
Oh, if we had a nickel for every time somebody's told
but
us that.
my phone didn't ring. I said, she set it up. It's not her job. She spends almost 3 hours here.
Yeah.
To
Technology.
set up that modem. Yeah, but I'm paying for it too. I mean, well.
No, it is frustrating,
Well,
and you're not alone. We hear that type of problem all the time. So maybe your assistant can help you with this, but you don't have to deal with Frontier on this. You can actually take it and port it over to maybe your current cell carrier or Google Voice. That number is yours.
Yeah, Frontier doesn't really have a vote. I mean, they can complain at you and tell you not to do it or whatever, but it doesn't matter. They can't stop you.
Yeah, don't bother calling them.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's
you can't. No. Well, you can't even talk to anybody. They just give you
Yeah,
lip
don't
service.
try.
I hear you. We hear you, LA.
No, I can't. I have given up. I tell you, I'm stubborn enough.
All right. Well, we're
putting up with all this.
we don't
I mean,
give you lip
really.
service. You can call us anytime, LA. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate it.
We'll put some information.
Happy holidays.
You too,
Yeah.
LA. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. We're going to be here till 11 o'clock. The line's all jammed up, so Rich, Adam, Mary, Russell will try to get to you between now and the top of the hour. We'll be right back.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay,
Clear.
take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-269-3454. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-269-3454 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-269-3454 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-269-3454.
Brian Shackman here for QC Kinetics. Pain can change an experience entirely. Over the holidays, you want to enjoy it. Take that post-meal walk. Hug your grandkids. Hold the babies. If you have joint pain, whether it's hips, knees, shoulders, back, it changes everything. So if you want to start 2026 right, change this. And QC Kinetics can help you. They have locations in Avon, New Haven, and Glastonbury. They believe that relief doesn't have to come from surgery or pain pills. They use your body's own natural healing abilities to repair and restore what's been lost, helping you move, live, feel like yourself again, be happy. Write your own comeback story in 2026. Give QC Kinetics a call. And you know what? This long-term relief, it can be great for you, but who knows until you go in and talk to them. And that first consultation is totally free. So pick up the phone, write down this number. And again, they're in Avon, New Haven, and Glastonbury, so chances are they are close to you. 860-440-PAIN, 860-440-PAIN. It's QC Kinetics again. Free consultation, Avon, New Haven, and Glastonbury at 860-440-PAIN.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Got any gadgets? Get online protection. NordVPN has a ho-ho holiday deal just for you. Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you avoid malware, phishing, and annoying trackers. Just a few taps and you're safer online. Let your gadgets sparkle with online security. Go to NordVPN.com and get up to 77% off plus 3 extra months. NordVPN.
And now, a WTIC news update.
10:30 Hartford temperature. We are at 34 degrees under sunny skies. Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News. Eversource says it has hundreds of crews, including those from out of state, working to evaluate restoration times for outages scattered across Connecticut. It comes as we have now gotten onto the other side of Friday's strong wind and rainstorm. The utility says that the wide range of outage times, including those that lost power more recently overnight and early this morning, and those who lost it early yesterday, are complicating the efforts to determine how to get power restored best. There are currently 19,835 outages. That's down almost 2,000 since earlier this morning. Meanwhile, holiday travelers are facing delays and weather-related cancellations at some airports, including those out west, like at Denver, Colorado. The Justice Department fails to make public all of its Epstein case files, leading survivors to wonder if they'll ever get justice from their government. The DOJ says it will continue to release thousands of documents on an ongoing basis. Connecticut's Inspector General justifies the deadly force police used on a New Haven suspect, 35-year-old Aaron Freeman, who would not cooperate with a drug investigation in January. And the big prize in tonight's Powerball drawing is worth $1.5 billion.
For today, we'll see some sunshine to start, then increasing clouds. It will be breezy and colder compared to yesterday with a high of just 38. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy with a breeze, low 31. And then tomorrow, partly sunny up to 44, but a cold front moves through, turns breezy, and temperatures may drop in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, mainly clear, breezy, and chillier, low 21. Monday, sunshine with a breeze, a high of 34. This is meteorologist Bill Decker in the WTIC Weather Center.
For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News.
Champions are defined not by moments of glory, but by what they put in to get there. On the court, UConn's A.Z. Fudd, Caroline Ducharme, Morgan Shelley, and Sarah Williams show what it takes. And here in Connecticut, BPS Lawyers brings that same commitment in the courtroom.
National champions on the court, local champions in the courtroom. Different arenas, same pursuit of excellence.
One full-service firm, all your legal needs, always.
BPS Lawyers, your lawyers for life. Visit bpslawyers.com.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it.
800-472-0658. 800-472-0658. 800-472-0658. That's 800-472-0658.
Education from the best universities in the world. Experience more than 25 years. Address 12 locations throughout Connecticut. Communication skills. Speak more than 30 languages. Scope of practice. Complete multi-dental specialties. Awards and achievements. Innovative in-house digital lab. Interest, making dental prosthesis in the same day. Hobby, working 365 days a year. This is our resume. ColumbiaDental.com. Open 7 days a week. 860-645-0111.
From the Carter Mario Injury Lawyer Studios, visit GetCarter.com.
That's GetCarter.com. This is Computer Talk.
All right, 'tis the season for some Mannheim. So feel free to help us out and make the season a little brighter for folks. And support the Salvation Army if you might. And text WTIC to 31333 and give what you can. Or stop by. We're sitting here in the lobby of the Avon Old Farms Hotel. Beautiful hotel here in Avon at the bottom of Avon Mountain. Come on down. And Joey's here. Famous Joey Burgoyne.
We're seeing those texts actually come in. I got the thermometer right here.
Nice.
Oh. So Andrew, thank you for your donation. Nancy, thank you for your donation. Deborah, thank you for your donation.
Yeah.
So the listeners are doing it.
Yeah, they made us number two because they're the kind of folks that make people number two. They'll be there for us. We do appreciate it. And if you stop on by and you make a donation of $150, you get access.
Or more.
151 works too. And you'll get a toll metal box.
Yeah. We got one in the freezer, but we got a stack of certificates here. So grab your certificate. Especially a day like today, it's warmish.
Yeah.
I say it's 32 when we say it's warmish, but it's New England, people. It could be a lot worse. Come on. So you can grab a certificate, save it till June, July, August when it's unbearable, and go grab an ice cream pie and sit there with a spoon and indulge yourself.
You've thought about this way too much.
Yep. Yeah. A few years of doing this.
So we're going to get to your calls right now. We've got 4 lines all jammed up, even 1 line open for you guys. Still, 860-522-9442. We're here till 11 o'clock. We'll do our best to get to them all. Let's go to Rich in Glastonbury. What's going on, Rich? Rich, you there? Rich, you there? Just checking one more time. Richard. We're going to put Rich back on hold because we have other options here. Let's go to Adam in East Hartford next. What's happening, Adam?
Well, good morning, Dennis. What was the other fellow's name again? I have a memory lapse this morning. Sorry about that.
Eric, yeah. It's okay. I'm forgettable.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hey, I got a question for you about my internet services with Frontier, but I still have AT&T email.
Okay.
And a couple of days ago, AT&T for the first time ever said unusual activity, and they required me to reset my password.
All right.
Do you think it was legit?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, did they get hold of you, or did you just suddenly you couldn't log in again, and because of that you contacted them and found out that that's what happened? I'm just trying to find out who and what told you that. Yep.
You there, Adam? Adam, you there?
Adam?
You guys still there?
There you
Yes.
are.
Yeah, no, you know what happened? I couldn't log in, and I was on the Google Chrome, but then I went to Microsoft Edge, and I still saw the same thing, unusual activity. So, it looked legitimate. It just said you need to reset your password. You know.
So how did you reset your password? Did you click on a browser that was open for you that said you had unusual activity in your AT&T account and you filled that in, or did you browse to your normal email client and make that change?
That's what it was.
You went to your normal email client. What do you use for email?
AT&T. That's Yahoo Mail.
That's your mail provider. But when you try to read your email, what do you do to read your email, Adam? Do you bring up a browser? Do you go to Outlook? What do you use to read your mail?
Oh, I go through my Google. I just simply Google AT&T currently.
You Google it. Okay, so you're always trying to find that link every time you Google that link. Okay. Are you certain the email address was offering you some sort of activity like that? That seems like a weird warning to me. It seems a little fishy.
Yeah, I hope the heck I didn't give somebody my contact or email.
Do you have two-factor authentication turned on?
Yeah, because they had to text me to get in there.
Okay, that's good. So you had a two-factor turned on when you tried to change it, and you didn't give that to anybody else, right?
No.
Okay. It could be legit. Dennis and I are not certain.
Here's the scenario that I have heard about.
Yeah.
Somebody that I know just within the last few months.
Right.
He went to the website that he logs into for his AT&T mail, and it wouldn't let him log in. It told him his password is wrong, or his username or password is wrong. He eventually was able to reset his password. Once he got into the account again using a URL that he's repeatedly used before, so it's not a question of whether it's the right place. He saw a banner at the top of the window, and it said there has been unusual activity on your account. It was yellow.
Okay, so that's a normal warning then.
Now I'm wondering if you saw a yellow banner like that.
I don't remember a banner, just words. It could have been.
All right.
So they do offer some
I
sort
wonder.
of warning.
It is a thing.
All right.
But I'm still I'm with you, Eric. I'm worried because he's constantly searching.
Yeah, searching for the actual link.
For the link that he uses to get to his AT&T email, and it's always possible that somebody can poison the search results on that and then intercept that login.
Wow.
That makes me nervous.
I'm glad I listened to the show, you know.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, try to set a bookmark for your email that you're going to use. That's one way to take care of it. So
or just type the same URL every time.
Yeah.
If you happen to be able to remember.
There's that.
It should be ATT
two-factor authentication turned on.
We can post an article about how to do that.
And then the other option is to consider making a change. Is this a free email box?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, at least it is with your internet service provider. But if you consider a paid service that's more real going forward, like Proton, it'll be much more secure. That I can tell you. And you'll be dealing with a specific company, and you're going to be bringing up, a specific login that's not something as generic as AT&T.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Something to think about, Adam. But it looks like you probably are okay. And if you had two-factor authentication turned on, that's a good thing too. That's the key to keep the bad guys out.
Yeah, I didn't notice anybody stealing anything, after that,
It's not that they're going to steal it. They want to watch it. They want to read your email, and they're going to wait to see if you're doing some sort of transaction. So the bad guys are sitting there reading Adam's email and saying, Adam, oh, wait, you're going to buy a house? Adam, oh, very interesting, as the bad guy says. Oh, I see you got to wire money over here. I'm going to tell you to wire money to my account, not to the bank account.
It's funny you said that because I had just moved money from a 401k to an IRA. That doesn't help, huh?
Well, if the email knew that, or see, that's the thing. If I'm a bad guy and you get a notification that you're doing these types of things, I'm gonna try to figure out how to know where you're doing, right? And so when they lurk inside your email, right? Imagine somebody reading all your paper mail, right? In the old days, if somebody could open your paper mail and read everything that's going on in your life, then they interface and they figure out, oh, okay, Adam's making a transaction. Let's see if I can tell him to put the money somewhere else. And it happens a lot with escrow. Happens a lot with real estate transactions and wires.
Yeah, and it's a real big engine for any kind of business email compromise.
They're just reading it, and they're just waiting for you to actually do something. They don't care about most of what you're emailing. They're just waiting and looking for the thing that's going to make them some money. That's why they want access to it. And of course, you might even have access to accounts that use your email as the two-factor. So if you log into your account, and let's say you have a Fidelity account or something like that, and Fidelity emails you the two-factor with the bad guys in there, now he might even have access there that you didn't even know he had access to. So because he's seeing the two-factor come through. So you want to try to maybe get a more secure email system. And that's where Proton comes in.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, Adam.
Hey, one last thing before I run. About how much does Proton run a year on average?
I don't know. Not a lot.
I don't remember. It's not expensive.
It's again, we all should be paying for our email these days. That way, it's secure, it's encrypted, and again, not that you're doing anything wrong, but no third party can go ahead and ask Proton what you're doing with your email because they don't have access to the keys.
Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you, gentlemen.
You too, Adam. Good luck. People don't realize just how vulnerable you can be with that email scenario. Let's try Rich real quick to see if he's around again. Rich, you there?
Oh, I'm here. How are you?
Good, sir. How are you? What can we do for you?
Good. So I am the visual field boy from Glastonbury.
Yes, I can tell your voice now. Yes, go ahead.
That's great. All right, so I blew up my wife's email. I changed she gets Gmail through mail on MacBook. So MacBook has its own mail account, and we set it up with Gmail. So it's been working great, and my wife is a saver, so she's got all her emails back from 2018 in her inbox. And yeah, exactly. I had to change the password, which I did, and now it won't get any email. So it's got all the old stuff, but none of the new stuff. If I go to Gmail directly, it's fine. Everything's there up to maybe a month ago because it doesn't save the email. I assume the old stuff was all downloaded on the computer. So I'm trying to, I think on the email account with Mail program on MacBook, I'm going to have to delete that and reload it in order to get it to work. Because I can't enter the new password. It refuses to take it, and it refuses to go online. So before I do that, I mean, if I do that, if I take it, trash the email, I know it's going to get rid of every single bit that she has that's saved somewhere on her computer. So what I'm trying to do is to take that mail, the old mail, put it in a folder, take that folder and copy it, and then throw everything out, put everything back in, and then take that folder and stick it back in her email.
Yep, we understand. You got to archive that mail on that MacBook. I know Dennis is trying to find some articles on how to archive MacBook email. Is that what you're looking for, Dennis?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree with you. You got to do that. Once you reestablish the email box, it should resync everything.
Right.
sync that for you. So why it won't let you edit the actual account doesn't make any sense within.
Maybe just remove the account and put it back in.
Well, that's what he wants to do, but he doesn't want to lose all the mail. He wants to be smart about it. So he's married, Dennis.
Yeah.
And
here now, are you using the Apple Mail app on here? Yeah. Don't use it. It's just garbage. It is.
That's a solution.
No, I can't in good conscience tell you to use that product. It's just awful software.
I know what you're going to tell him. Thunderbird, right?
Tell me.
Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Leave Apple Mail alone.
Yep.
Just leave it. Download Thunderbird, install it, connect it to your account,
and see if the mail comes down.
Now, if for some reason there's mail in the Apple Mail that you've already got that doesn't show up in Thunderbird, you can move that mail over to Thunderbird.
If it's an iMac, it'll sync.
It should, but there might be. If he ever connected with Pop in the past, it might not be there. But all I'm saying is that there is a way to cover your bases if something doesn't really show up that you're expecting.
Yeah. And now the other issue is how good is your wife with a new product like Thunderbird? Are you going to catch hell for that?
Yeah.
Well,
all right. Yeah. Blame us. We'll blame Dennis. Don't blame
me.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that's going to help. Not at all.
Nah, I know. You're right. I'm married too.
That's absolutely right. I have to convert over to Proton, so I'm going to do that too, and that'll be great.
That will be great when you move over to Proton. So, but the thing about Thunderbird is you can actually see, you'll have the mail come down. You might even like the interface better because Dennis swears by it.
Yeah.
And then you have more comfort in blowing away the other one. So you kind of get your backup by default because you're going to bring the email down through Thunderbird. There it is, and you know it's there. And then you can go ahead and comfortably blow away the mail in the account in the mail app, and then redo it again. And you can choose your poison, and then you don't have to worry about doing the archive.
Right. Yeah. That becomes irrelevant.
I backed the computer up on the time machine, so I know this stuff is in there. But I've always had trouble getting stuff back out of time machine.
Yes, that's a very common issue with backups is restoring. How do I restore? You back it up all the time, but restoring is the hard part.
It looks great on my flash drive, but I have a lot of trouble getting stuff back out of it.
Yeah, it's the same thing with my sons and their tires, their spare tires in their trunks. They have them. They just don't know how to put them on the car.
Yeah. Hey, listen, my daughter in Denver, she had 8 spare tires mounted, snow tires mounted.
Nice.
And then when they robbed her, they took all the tires, all the mounted tires. God knows what they're going to do with them. But they took them all.
That's a lot of weight to be carrying around in your car.
Yeah.
So hopefully that helps you there, Rich.
Yeah, you guys are great, as always, and I'm going to make a donation, text the donation in your guys, because it's your show, and hopefully you'll get credit for it.
There you go. We appreciate that,
yeah.
and the credit is yours, not ours. We appreciate it, Rich.
Yeah. And you want a visual field machine. I have one that is still working, but,
I just want my own visual field to work, so we appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I know what you mean. Take care. Have a great Christmas. Take it easy.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for all your help.
You're welcome. Bye. So Rich is going to go ahead and do some changes with his email. We're going to step out for a quick break and try to get Mary and Russell in too. So again, text WTIC to 31333. We don't get any credit. You get the credit.
Right.
You're supporting
It's all yours.
And we do appreciate it very much. That's how we do it.
I'm attorney Haley Allaire from Allaire Elder Law. When dementia progressed, my relationship with her changed. I had been her loving grandchild who she watched grow. She taught me to sew and make coconut bunny-shaped cakes at Easter, and once took me on a teddy bear picnic with her best friend Gloria. Soon, to her, I became a beloved person whose name she couldn't quite recall. In the end, I was just a friendly visitor. We were lucky that she never lost her kind personality, and she would say thank you for visiting and ask how I was. Her last words to me were work hard. Then she turned to my dad and said, "You don't work so hard." As a grandchild, the experience was emotionally very hard, but that was not made worse by logistics. Our transition from her living independently to having caregivers to a nursing home was smooth. Because we had an elder law attorney in the family to protect her assets and elder care coordinators to advise us on how to advocate for good care. It made all the difference. Alair Elder Law, compassionate counsel and proven results. AlairElderLaw.com. That's ALLAIRE.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit ConsumerCellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Got any gadgets? Get online protection. NordVPN has a ho-ho holiday deal just for you. Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you avoid malware, phishing, and annoying trackers. Just a few taps and you're safer online. Let your gadgets sparkle with online security. Go to NordVPN.com and get up to 77% off plus 3 extra months. NordVPN.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/JO.
Coming back.
All right, we are back. We're here at the Avon Holiday Store. They were nice enough to let us out of the studio. Wasted White Computer Geek sitting here in the Avon lobby, here, beautiful Avon lobby here at the Avon Farms Hotel, and here to collect your donations to the Salvation Army. Text WTIC to 31333. It's easy and simple, and it's going to help a lot of people. That's what the Salvation Army does, and they've been doing it for a very long time. And so has the Holiday Store here at WTIC, so we appreciate being part of it. Let's go on to Mary next in Southington. What's going on there, Mary?
Well, yesterday I was scrolling through Facebook, and I clicked on something, and then the screen changed, and I got this big warning that Windows Defender had shut down my Facebook page and blah blah blah, and called this number, and they kept telling me that. And I knew I wasn't. I didn't know. I knew it. I knew enough not to do any of that.
Good.
So I couldn't get out of the screen. So I shut the computer off, and I left it off, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. I turned it back on, and I still had the same screen.
Right.
Yep.
So I disconnected it from the electricity.
Okay.
And when I turned it back on this morning, I had that same screen again.
Yes.
But somehow, and I really don't know how, I was able to get to Windows Security, and I did a scan.
Okay.
And scan came up that there was no problem.
Correct. You're not hacked. You just have a browser hijack that's showing you a screen to make you call. If you did call,
right,
you'd end up calling somebody in India, and they would lie to your face, saying you've been impacted and hacked, and then they would get on your computer, and then they would put up all sorts of fake, false things that show that you have all sorts of problems, and then they would try to steal $350 from you as a support type of thing, or worse. So it's good that you didn't call. Unplugging it doesn't change anything. Basically,
okay.
It's called a browser hijack. We should be able to give you some instructions as to how to clear that browser hijack. An easy way to do it would just be to clear your cache in your browser. If you can get to your browser itself, like it's Chrome or Firefox or whatever you're using, if you clear your cache, it should no longer display that window to you.
At the same time as that screen is up? I mean, that was it. I couldn't...
The screen is not dangerous. The screen is just a fake warning to make you call the number.
It's So,
have noise and scary
yeah, and
things.
it'll actually talk.
Yeah.
And it will, do not shut off your oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's nasty.
So if you can clear your cache, we can also put some information out there as far as how you do that, how you clear your cache, how you can deal with these types of things. But you did the smart thing by not calling. Thank you.
Right.
Well, I listen to you guys all the time. I know that.
Nice.
I knew that, and I just after I did the scan this morning with well, it was actually Defenders. There was something that came on in Chrome, and it said it was a number and a name, and it said it was isolated, and I was able to X that out and then get to my regular screens.
Yeah.
So, but I would appreciate it if you show me how to do the clear the cache thing.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. We'll show you how to clear the cache thing. And yeah, unplugging it, turning it off, it doesn't do a whole lot. It just comes right back. And but you did the right thing, and we're glad you didn't get scammed.
Yeah, me too. But I tried Tax Manager also, but once I got in there, I didn't know what to do with it. So
Task Manager. Sorry, I didn't hear that. Like Tax Manager. Yeah, there's not much you can do there. I don't think you're going to see the browser hijack right there, anyways. You might know, but it'll be hard to find. We'll put the link up there for you, Mary. You're not in any trouble, or you're fine.
Okay. Okay. I appreciate it very much. Yep. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Bye-bye.
There's no cough button here.
Oh, that's true.
All right. Let's go on to Russell next in Newington. What's going on, Russell?
Hi there. My computer must have been listening to you while I was online. So I have a scan disk problem.
All right.
Okay.
So, for years, what I did is I have some confidential information because I do some consulting for people and I do some things like that. And so I put it into the encrypted portion of my scan disk.
Yep.
And this morning, I was listening to you guys, and I go into my drive, and I open it up, and everything worked fine. And my computer heard you guys, and so it says, well, no, I'm going to screw it up for you.
No,
so
we're usually
now,
the antidote to that. Come on.
Yeah. So it knew it was listening to you guys. So now, when I try to open up my encrypted portion of my scan disk, it says, please run scan disk secure access from a scan disk external device. Yeah.
I've never heard that.
And I've got a decent computer. I've got an i5 HP 16 gigs and RAM and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's not a bad computer. And I have two different ports that I can put my scan disk in, so it's not a port issue.
Yeah.
But the other thing is when I try to
Russell?
We're
running out of time, and this question is a lot deeper than I thought. Can you give us a ring back next time we're on? The 27th. I know, sorry. Or email us at gethelp@tabbing.com. We'll try to help you that way.
Yeah, send an email to gethelp@tabbing.com.
Well, we got to go, Russell. Sorry.
All right, man. All right, guys. I love you.
Thank you. Yep. We love you guys, too. We want to thank all you guys for joining us on this lovely Saturday morning. All the great donations you guys made.
Speed Rapid Fire. Gary, thank you very much.
Yes.
Mark, thank you very much. Rotary of Avon, Canton, thank you very much. John, thank you very much. Another Gary, thank you very much.
And we got all those texts that came in. We do appreciate it. Keep it up. WTI, text WTIC to 31333. Thank you, Carolyn and Mike G.
And we want you to be geeks, too.
Hey, it's me, Morgan Cunningham, with a different kind of news and talk.
Thrilling.
Spotlight Connecticut.
Clear.
Afternoon at 2, I sit down with Connecticut's other newsmakers on WTIC News Talk 1080, WTIC.com.
Okay, well, we'll see. I mean, Roland was nice this year, so I was giving